Zelensky's speech received at least a dozen standing ovations. There was also one for this man, a 98-year-old Ukrainian Canadian who fought for Ukrainian independence against the Russians during the Second World War.
Who is that Ukrainian Canadian, and why are people like you and I who know who he is furious at this?
We're not talking normal German army, the Bundeswehr, the Wehrmacht. We're talking the SS, who had to pledge personal loyalty to Adolf Hitler. They had tattoos under their armpits that helped identify them after the war. So this guy was not some run-of-the-mill soldier who was pressed into service. He embraced Adolf Hitler. And then to listen to that obscene commentary by that reporter that he joined the SS to fight the Russians, and have no memory of the history of Canada in World War II, that Russia, the Soviets, were an ally of Canada and Britain and the United States, and that we were fighting the Nazis for good reason, because they were a tyrannical, murderous organization.
I know Prime Minister Trudeau is a lunatic.
Yeah.
I know he's an authoritarian. But why this? Why inject Nazism into the visit of Zelensky to Ottawa?
Well, I mean, this is not just Trudeau doing this. Did you see what Boris Johnson did? He offered some commentary that it was Ukraine that defeated the Nazis. And Johnson, I'm told, wrote a book on Churchill, not a very good book and not very well written, but to have this kind of now historical revisionism going on, and it's all being done for one reason. Ukraine is losing the war. The West is desperate to try to figure out how to put some lipstick on this pig, and no matter how much they paint it, it's not going to look any better. I think you may recall the concept of groupthink. It came out of a book written by, I think the man was Irving Janis, back in 1971-72. And it's how you get seemingly very smart people, educated people, who will come together and seize upon an idea that's so completely false, so completely out of touch with reality, and you can't do anything to shake them off of that. That's what we're witnessing right now, Judge.
Before we part for the day, is there a report this morning of Germans, either civilians or military, killed in Ukraine?
Yeah, it actually came out on Saturday, and it's been reported. It was, I think, first reported in Germany. It's been picked up in both Turkey and India. But the Russians hit a Leopard tank. When they approached the Leopard tank, they recovered. There was one survivor saying "Nicht schießen, nicht schießen," which in German means "Don't shoot, don't shoot." And it turned out these were not volunteers. These were not mercenaries. These were actual members, according to the report, of the German army, which means this would be this brings NATO directly into the conflict. I mean, the reality is NATO's already directly involved just by the provision of some of the weapon systems that are being used to attack Russian territory. So that's what I fear we're going to see over the next 2 or 3 months, is the growing risk that this is going to escalate. It's going to spread beyond just the war, the fighting that's going on in the Donetsk, Luhansk Republic, Zaporizhia, that it could very well spread into Poland and maybe Germany.